sounds of birds and generators. Where are we at?
US60.
What are we doing?
Trying to recoup our losses.
Trying to redeem ourselves, maybe?
I mean, I said recoup.
Put yourself on the camera.
I am.
People say you're very
I
pretty.
have to peel my back off the seat first.
Oh.
And I am pretty. Pretty
So,
like a delicate flower.
Last night obviously wasn't the greatest for us. If you watched last video. And we decided, instead of hanging around for bad luck bears to strike again at that racing organization, we are up here supporting Mr. Embry's memorial race for his son, who tragically passed away a few years ago. So they're doing a they're doing a guaranteed payout small tire race up here, which most of the small tire cars here are from first round of yesterday. So we're all here together, quacking together for one reason or another. And the other race is pretty close. It's only like 50 miles as a bird flies away. There's no good road to get here from the sounds of it without going way out and around. So it took us about an hour and 30 minutes to drive through some windy, uppy, downhill stuff. How'd you enjoy it back there?
I didn't.
She didn't enjoy it at all. But we made it here, and I do think the other, I'm looking at the pits right now. I do think that the other race has severely impacted spectator and racer count here. I don't know if we're gonna get out of the single digits for small tire. I was number 6 when we signed up, and that was like an hour and a half before cutoff.
We're gonna make the best of it though.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're gonna
a great event.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. It's just, you know, it's a race for a good cause, good money on it, and you know, there's just not a lot of cars here. But I mean, you know, them TV guys, sometimes they attract a lot of attention. Everybody wants to go watch. They built up a good brand. So we are down here away from the pits because everybody's having a really good time up there.
They're all jamming out.
We can't have that going on. Not for our YouTube.
Unfortunate.
So, you want to talk about last time we were here?
When Wagon Slayer put you out first round and we got stuck.
Yeah. So we've been here, I think, 3 times. We've been here for a Black Friday race. We won that. Then came out for another Black Friday race. I think we lost that one. And then we came out here for, I forget what the name of the race was.
It was like a turkey bash one.
Okay.
Because it was the only one I ever went to.
But we were racing from, like, right as the track shut down, right there. We were racing on this asphalt. And
I don't remember that one.
This was before they repaved all of that surface up there, because the surface runs downhill slightly. And it's all brand new concrete up there. It's very well established now. It's not scary or sketchy or, you know, slick like some other brand new concrete areas. But yeah, we actually met and raced Wagon Slayer here, Mr. Jim, who's a customer of mine now. And yeah, he put me out right here. I didn't think he was gonna be able to get down. We put a safe tune-up in the car and we safely got gapped.
We went and had a couple drinks with Boosted and Kayla early that night.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, it was kind of late, but it was only late because we got stuck in the mud.
Yeah.
It wasn't because, you know, we went rounds.
Yeah, they had a lot of rain here, and it was such a packed facility that everything you can see that's green had trucks and trailers on it. And unfortunately, there were some low areas, and even the non-low areas were saturated. Low. So it was a slimy, soupy, muddy mess.
That house up on that hill is so cool.
Yeah, it's neat up there.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, especially to be down track.
Yeah.
Because then you wouldn't get all the sound. So This is a neat track. I've been wanting to come back out here for a while. It's just our schedules with when they have good events just haven't been able to line up. This weekend it did pretty good. So this pays significantly more than the Second Chance does at the Speed Productions race. So we're up here chasing this one.
Sorry.
Dang bang.
Sorry. I'm trying to stay hydrated, man. I don't need to fall out in the middle of a race.
It's important to stay hydrated.
Could you imagine? He'd continue with the race. He'd send me to the hospital and be like, text me when you get there.
So we have thoroughly tested the trans brake in the pits. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to test it some more. We are not going to have that issue again. And if you go back to like the dyno video, you'll hear me comment about how I like the turbo cam because of low end drivability. And this is one of those things because that blower cam has so little manifold vacuum that it has a large jump in pound per hour of fuel requirements pretty early on. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to tune. And once we're out of the window, we're way out of the window. But I'm pretty confident we'll be okay now. But I do want to try a couple more little things to help smooth out the two-step a little bit more, and then we'll be good to rock. So I would show that, but we got some good old jams in the pits. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to skip.
I mean, I can show it, but it's gonna be
muted.
Yeah. I was trying to pull up. I want to pull up the list. I want to hear who you think is taking home this $100,000.
Oh, is this the parents?
No.
The parents?
I don't have. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Joey didn't put him up. He has LUTs.
I can pull up the list if you'd like.
I don't care. I was just gonna say, what racer do you think is going to take it all?
Oh, okay. I got you.
That's all. It wasn't like per round. It just as a whole.
First pair: Ryan Martin, Isaac Preston.
Who you got?
Isaac.
I'll take Martin.
Rocky Harrell on Kelly Jones. I'll take Kelly Jones. Logan Duvall, Daniel Pachar. Daniel. Sorry,
that one hurts.
Justin Reed.
This one hurts.
Justin Reed, Jason Terrell.
Jason.
If Justin Reed gets his fixed.
It's him.
If it's fixed, it'll be good to go. Justin was having some valve train problems after his first pass yesterday. Disco Dean versus Tyler Dummel.
I think Tyler.
I think Disco. Jeff Lutz, Beater Bomb.
Beater Bomb.
Zach Jones, Brian Godecki. Zach Jones.
Zach Jones.
Scott Lowry versus Chris Rankin. David Atkins, Larry Larson. Scott Taylor, Jimmy Mayo. Taylor.
Are you not saying them because you're agreeing with what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Memphis Reigns versus Shelby Lynn.
Memphis Reigns. Dude, that if he makes his pass like he made yesterday, he is gonna be one tough cookie. And I'm here for it. I am so here for it.
Jerry Bird, Kyle Canyon. Kyle.
Jerry, I gotta go with my heart. I gotta go with Jerry.
I mean, I would like to bet with underdog too, but I think Kyle's got more experience, I think, on the small turn at this point.
I agree.
Bobby Nash versus Brandon Sandlin.
I gotta go with Junkyard.
Bobby's gonna get the Junkyard seat out of the hole. Stu's gonna come
around.
You
think so?
That's my thought.
All right. It's ready to start. So.
Daddy Dave versus Murder Nova.
Murder Nova's gonna gap him.
I got Dave on that one.
Do I bet money on that one?
Yeah.
Okay, 20?
Sure.
Okay.
Brandon Phillips versus Bill Lutz. Man, I think.
Which car is Bill in? Is he in the black Camaro?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see it make a pass.
I think Lutz has got the faster car.
That doesn't mean shit.
But sometimes he has part failure. So I'm gonna say Brandon Phillips. I think Brandon Phillips is a smarter bet. Tristan Begley versus James Daniels. Who you got?
Daniels.
All right. Well, that's our pick for round 2 on who's gonna move forward.
We better hop off here so we can get onto the live feed so we can see.
All right. Adios.
Bye.
First round chip draw done. There were 23 small tire cars here.
Yeah, yeah.
How?
I don't know. Somebody else said that too because they were like gossiping in the.
23.
They were gossiping in the area. And there's
Yeah,
no
23.
no double entries.
No double entry, unless you're index. I think you can double enter if you're index.
We're index.
All right. First round.
We're also first first pair out, or first group out.
5 p.m. 30 minutes.
All right, well, we better get ready now.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
I'm gonna drink a Red Bull. I'll be okay.
We can go over to concessions real quick.
Oh, it's okay. We need to get ready. I don't want to distract you.
Tune's in the car. I've tested it thoroughly.
I distracted you yesterday, and that's why.
No, you didn't. All right,
I just want to go look at the menu real fast.
let's grab some snacks. I want to eat something. Eric needs to eat something.
Okay. Let's go get some food.
Okay, we're gonna eat some food real quick and then we'll get ready. All right, first pass. Had too much power at the top. We also had a pretty bad bog down low. It also didn't want to really do a burnout. Man, we're not not anywhere comfortable, that's for sure. I'm gonna get the log pulled and kind of see what all I can fix for this next round, and hopefully we can squeak through there. So that wasn't anywhere close to where I wanted to be. Okay, so upon reviewing the log, what it looks like may have happened is I think we may have had the phantom Holley rev limiter. So this thing held the smoothest 5,000 RPM pause I have ever seen, and it was locked there for like a second and a half. So I went back, about a month on tunes and updated our changes we made for this camshaft into that to see if that's the ticket. And then we also put a set of plugs in it. So hopefully after all that, we're good to go. This round we have Al Gonzalez. We are in the left, he is in the right. And I was kind of hoping the sun would be close to down, but we're moving right through this event pretty quick. The other classes are a little smaller. So yeah, it's 6:21. So we just made a pass about an hour ago. And now we're back up. So car's nice and cool. It's like oil temp is still up a little bit, but head's down temp, transmission's down temp. So we're close. Close enough. Get the Draggy hooked up real quick. And hopefully this round of changes is enough, or the right ones, to hopefully make a run under power and a burnout under power. It'd be really nice to do a burnout under power on this one. So hopefully I got it all right this time. So. It didn't feel real clean, but it didn't feel terrible that time. Much faster though, about 3/10 faster than first pass. So for how bad the track is, I think that's pretty good. Push back and cool down and get ready to go again. Okay, we're pushing up for next round. We got first pair left-hand lane against our neighbor here, who's in a white S10. He's also double entered in the True Street. I think he's in the True Street final. So he said he wants to try something. So he said he's gonna try it. We made a weight change because we have a lot of wheel speed. And then when we get down track, it's like we're hitting liquid or something. It just disappears. So we're we had a little weight, made a tune-up change, and then we'll see what we can do. All right, here we are at the front of the pack. So I'm gonna go get my screen's getting loose again. I'm gonna get my jacket on and get ready to go. Okay, that was slower. That was slower everywhere. I don't know if that right lane just isn't any good or what, but that was about a 10th off in the 60 foot, the 330, and about 10th and a half in the 8th, and 6 mph slower. And then my cooling fan gave me a hell of a heart attack because it's over here rattling like crazy because the shroud fell off of it. So then I'm thinking that I've got a motor problem because this thing was all up against the limiter. A brand new fan may have died. That may be it. So, all right, well, now we're going to reevaluate some changes, see what we can do now. Okay, we got right-hand lane. We're in the semifinals against Tony V. Woo! There's some legacy right there. I feel like Tony V hasn't been out in a while, but he's doing good. I mean, he has navigated this extremely harsh track to get here with us, and we have the right-hand lane. So I am a little concerned if the right-hand lane is not as good as the left-hand lane right now. The sun has gone away. It's been off the surface for about 15 minutes right now. So it doesn't take much longer for it to get tighter and tighter. So hopefully our lane tightens up and I can make a fantastic run and get us to the finals. when it biffed the burnout that I was screwed. The good news is it held up top really, really well. So it just sucked everywhere else. Well, that's it for our weekend. Catch us later. All right, so we finished up our race at US60, and we had found out that the SPR race didn't even get to start second chance for small tire due to rain yesterday. And so we bugged Kayla to go poke at the head person in charge. And I was like, hey, you know, if there's cars dropping out, are you going to redraw for second chance? And if so, Ryan Mitchell wants back in. Because we didn't initially buy in the second chance. So we missed the chip draw. We missed the driver's meeting for second chance. We weren't present. We didn't buy our spot. And head person said, yes. We believe instead of having a lot of buys, we should probably go ahead and redraw a second chance in order to keep the field nice and tidy. So yeah, if he wants to jump in, he can. So bright and early this morning, Eric, Megan, and I went to Beach Bend to get everything refilled, everything gassed up, car maintenance, unloaded. I'm still drying off. So I was pretty sweaty. I was dripping pretty good. Eric's dripping pretty good. And now we're back on the road. All right, Megan, why are we back on the road? What's going on?
No, I just wanted to do, hey, what are we doing? And I was gonna say, going home.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to do the story. I just wanted to do the intro.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all.
My bad. I thought you were gonna attack the camera.
No, I mean, I'll give my side of the story if you want me to.
Nah. So, anyways, with all those facts laid out there, it was hopeful thinking that we may be able to jump in a second chance. There was a small disagreement, I guess.
Speed Promotions. Speed Promotions. They did.
Yeah,
right.
they said come get it, and yeah, other racers thought that it wasn't fair because they had to wait out in the rain and we didn't have to. So we instead of making waves or shaking the boat or anything like that, we're rolling on home to get prepped for our next race event.
We're officially back at home.
We're back at home?
What kind of? We're back in town?
Yeah, we're at the gas station down the street from the shop.
So how are you feeling?
Dry.
Kind of mad about the weekend, but okay.
You're mad? Oh,
What?
you meant about the weekend. I thought you said you were mad about the weekend.
I'm not mad about the weekend.
I got to push our cast system a little further, and had a really good conversation with Mark and Carl over at CAS, and they've got some really neat, new, exciting stuff they're working on, because as we keep finding possible limitations and bottlenecks, they are quickly working on solutions. And they told me how well they've been getting production ramped up so that people can start getting systems that are trying to purchase systems. So that was really good news. I do want to focus on the lower horsepower stuff, you know, like 2,500 and less.
You do?
No, they do.
Oh.
They do, because I think there's going to be more of a market there, which I believe.
I don't disagree.
But I am helping them find a limitation so that when a pro mod team calls that wants to go like 340s, 350s, they've got an answer. So that's
guinea pig.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm disappointed in how our weekend went in a lot of ways. You know, I really didn't expect us to have an issue Friday night for first round. You know, but it happens, it goes. You know, we chose, I could have spent time on the dyno. I could have done a couple different things to be better prepared, I guess.
Don't beat yourself up over it. That's silly. Don't do that. Saturday,
we were doing really good. And then I'm not quite sure what started happening. Well, I know I need to work on burnout. I need to be able to carry a straight hot burnout across the starting line. That not being able to do that, I think, was what cost us our race Saturday, and what started losing me some consistency. But I also started getting nervous because that motor right now with that cam in there acts like a two-stroke, so it's like nothing. All of a sudden, the tire starts to go, and boom, it's at like 9,000 RPM motor. And you know, I don't want to sit right there. And I mean, there's a lot of things I can do. I can enable a secondary burnout limiter to where it just sets against that, and then I can freely just set over there.
I mean, you already have ideas, though, is what you're saying, on how to fix that.
Yeah. For
the next event,
which
is. Let's go ahead and go right into it, because I mean, we didn't race today, we drove home.
We've got Lake Cumberland coming up next weekend, so I want to do the only logical, sensible thing and rip the big block out and put the LS in it. So that's what we won Lake Cumberland with last time. But I will say it was so hot this last weekend that if this wasn't for several of our friends throwing us a race next weekend, I might have sit out next weekend.
It was pretty miserable.
I'm kind of really feeling that point where we're at last year, where it was so hot. I will say, we got home, unloaded the car just now, and Eric and I looked at each other and I was like, is this that dry heat we were missing? Because it is so lower on humidity here than it is in Kentucky right now. It was miserable in Kentucky. I mean, 9 o'clock this morning, I was soaked head to toe with sweat. It was just flying off of me. And I mean, I was leaving a stream wherever I was at of how much sweat was coming off. And that was miserable. And, you know, and we had a couple scares in the last few years with heat and heat exposure and getting overheated, that, you know, sometimes if it's like 95 and up, we're probably sitting out that weekend. I mean, it's just too hot. So I don't want to do it anymore like that. I don't want to be miserable.
We're old now.
So next weekend does look 88 to 90. There is a small chance of rain midday, which isn't a big deal, because then there's still plenty of hours for the surface to dry. So that doesn't worry me too much. And we've got a couple other events going on in the next month. I started adding to our calendar, but we'll
family vacation.
Yeah, we got family vacation, so we'll check those out as we get closer. But yeah, overall, I mean, there was a lot of things that threw me a curveball that really kicked us square in the balls. So yeah, I mean, overall, I had a good time. You know, had a great time with you.
Yeah, everyone does.
Our Airbnb was pretty stellar. The beach bin facility was fantastic.
It was really cool. The US60 facility.
Oh my gosh, those improvements.
The improvements are yeah, Chris
Lord.
and Shelby have been. It's awesome to see.
That place almost gets a clap for most improved racing facility that I think I've been
year.
to. I mean, from what it was years ago to now is completely different.
I'm really glad we were able to. I know it kind of bit us in the butt for Sunday and everything, but I'm glad we chose to go out there. I really am, to experience and stuff. It was neat. I can definitely see why the Prestons like to go there, you know. So it's a very cool environment. I wish that they would have had a little bit better turnout, but unfortunately, I still think
to hit 23 small tire cars pretty.
No. I didn't mean car count wise. I meant spectator wise. I felt bad, but I mean, again, an hour away, you could watch some of your favorite
TV
racers. Yeah. So I get it, but it was fun nonetheless. I had a great time.
It was. Yeah, definitely a weekend full of effort.
Yeah, I'm ready for our vacation.
2 weeks.
All right. Well, your pump stopped. I'm hungry. We gotta get Gigi home.
Yep.
I just wanted a nice little outro video since we're always lacking in that department, it seems like. Not pointing fingers. So, there you have it. Bye.